Hello everyone and welcome here to the Daily Quest episode number 46. Wow. Everything's a little bit weird for me today. We're getting a late start. I had to open up my entire computer, reseat literally every component, redo all my audio gear, just kind of reorganize everything for my whole setup today. It's been a long day, and in hopes of figuring out the blue screen of death issue that's been plaguing me for just over a month now. I had a lot of help from Sinvicta, so big shout out to him for trying to help me troubleshoot this. He sat with me for, I don't even know how long today, just like going through a bunch of different steps of ways to narrow it down for the future. When it happens again, we'll have a better idea of how to fix it, so on and so forth. So shout out to him, but we're here with Thrall Wonky Wednesday. I set out the challenge for people to use Earthquake, what I think is one of the most underrated heroics in the entire game. And we've got a couple of replays today that we're going to be checking out where we see Thrall utilizing Earthquake. Just in case I forget at the end of the video, next week's challenge is going to be Li Ming teleport build. I want you to get every teleport build or every teleport talent that exists on Li Ming. The other talent tiers where there are no teleports available or talents, you can just grab a different talent that you think would work best with the build, and then you can submit those replays to solidjakegg@gmail.com for your teleport builds. But without further delay, let's just hop right on into it. Now, the Thrall Earthquake, I didn't say anything specific other than the fact that I want to see the heroic Earthquake used, and that's pretty darn straightforward. So let's hop on into it. You can see that new fancy logo made by Peck the Mage. Shout out to you, my friend. And we are loading on in to this first game of the day. Now let's take a look at the compositions here. We see on the red side it is going to be Zagara, Tyrande, Nova, Morales, and Lunara. So, I mean, three squishy heroes. They don't actually have a warrior, and that's going to make it difficult for them. But their opponents don't have a warrior either. A little bit more of a front line, though. We see Nazeebo, Abathur, Uther, Greymane, the other wolf, and then Thrall. When you put Greymane and Thrall together, you kind of get Rhaegar. You've got a wolf. Close enough, right? All right, well, this is going to be a very interesting style because Uther works really well with melee assassins. Divine Shield, a great way to get them out. And of course, the Abathur hat sitting on top of the head of Greymane and Thrall can be very, very powerful. So a lot of cool synergies that could exist here with this team. I don't know if they queued as a group or not. I don't exactly remember, but I guess time will tell. We can see these mines being placed around. They're going to give a lot of vision to heroes like Nova, who they're well aware of, and Thrall instantly there, the mine connecting as well. The heals from Medic work out in a beautifully placed grenade from Aurora Face to knock Banner away. Banner, of course, the one that submitted the replay. And why does the game sound keep getting so loud? Ever since they patched it, this will not remember my settings. Oh, this is awful. I'm like sitting here playing. I'm like, I know I changed my audio, like my equipment. I know I moved some stuff around and turned some knobs and whatnot, but like, this is ferocious. It's like double as loud as it should be. So apologies for that in the intro of this video, guys. All right, we're back on in there. Lunar Flare, just going to be used for lane clear. Kind of an expensive ability used for lane clear, but it's early enough where Heartbreaker is not going to be going too quickly in this game. And then we've got the cleanup happening here in mid. It's going to be just a lot of pacing around in this early part of the game. But what we're looking for is Thrall and Greymane to make those rotations and pick up some early kills, especially using that Abathur hat. Abathur hat can provide the mines to really find enemies. And of course, we're going to see in a nest build, most likely, a toxic nest build out of Abathur to find heroes like Nova, the middle of rotation, and then Thrall, Greymane, one of those heroes can rotate quickly to get the kills. Apparently, Tyrande's just going to hang out and die there. I actually did not think, anyone was going to be at risk, but she just kind of hung out, got Hammer of Justice, then a wolf to the face, and GG's an early pickup there on the red team. We're just going to throw that fast forward on just a little bit as we see the laning phase will continue. The coin collection, the gem collection. The new UI doesn't actually work. I can't believe Nova died there too. The new UI doesn't actually work with the older replays, so any replay that was played prior to this patch, the new UI that Blizzard put out will not work with it. It'll just use the default UI. We learned that during yesterday's daily quest, so we don't actually have that counter in the bottom right corner here on the Blizzard Observer interface. But for all future replays and all future episodes, it should be fixed, because moving forward, I'm only taking replays that are leaning patch and forward. I'm just going to actually purge all my earlier replays, because it's such a significant change to the game where any replay at this point will become irrelevant. But the Earthquake games have been, I mean, they're relevant enough. Yes, there's a few changes here to some of the heroes, but it doesn't really affect this replay too much. It doesn't affect Thrall at all, so that's why we're sticking to it. All right, back to the game. We see that 13 gems have been turned in total, and this Abathur hat has been quite an instrumental tool in this top lane for doing a lot of damage, just walking straight up to that Tyrande with the Hammer of Justice and the Abathur hat and bullying her out of the lane. See Greymane getting chased back here from Lunara. She's racked up 15 gems so far in this game, and Zagara sitting on 7 herself. Now, this is actually a pretty good lane for these two, because if they can get the wolf with the zombie wall, they can dish out ridiculous damage afterwards. And Zagara's a pretty big target, so it's pretty, I mean, if you can lock her down, if she steps a little bit too far forward, she's pretty easy to pick off. Greymane does die in the mid lane to Lunara, Medic, and then Nova, so he just overstepped his bounds. Not too many gems lost, but they're trying to collect them. He gets 1 out of 4, not too bad, I guess. Better than nothing. And they'll just have to start soaking this mid lane. Abathur has been hanging out here for quite a while. He could be potentially a little bit more aggressive, but there's no necessity at this point in time to move to the other lanes. He's just trying to have that nice safe spot there in the mid. Okay, got to be careful for those medic grenades, as they could definitely displace you. If Nova was around there too, could have been lights out there for an Azebo, but he doesn't get hit by the grenade, and Nova is currently lurking in the top half of the battleground. Thrall getting his turn in 23 in to 15. This is something I see some Abathur players do, and I don't really know the value of it. When you consider Toxic Nest is a great tool for getting vision on exactly and information on what your enemies are doing, throwing all your charges into one bush is too much of a one-trick pony. And even if you have all the slowing mines, which we don't get until level 7, you know, is it really optimal to do this? A single AoE could blow all those up if an AoE went through there, so that's also not really that beneficial, and you're missing out on getting vision elsewhere. Now, he does have some over here, but again, he's clustering them a lot. These are likely places for people to be when in the rotation paths, which is fine, but I'd like to see them spread out over here, maybe one in here to get vision on the turn-in at all times, because what you want to do is you want to disrupt turn-ins as often as possible, and if you don't have eyes on the turn-in, it's kind of a big mistake. And, oh, Sentinel doesn't connect with him. All right, well, 38 to 15, just about enough for a turn in the patient wait here in the mid. But we do see that Nova has been revealed from the Gilman and Cocktail, but she is too far back for them to connect. 13, the final one extra even. And something sounds really weird. I don't know if you guys can hear that as well, but I just lost audio in one ear. Yay. Well, I will just wait for chat to tell me if they can hear that or not. If the audio is affected for the stream, I will actually pause and then figure it out. It's gone. I don't know what's happening. Well, it's a good thing we're doing a stream before Town Hall tonight, because we'll have to figure that out. Anyways, Web Weavers are here, and we do see they're going to be escorted in all 3 lanes except for the top one. So not all 3 lanes at all. They're actually putting all their stuff into mid and bottom. Abathur really should be rotating to the top. He could be soaking that for his team and getting them even further ahead, especially since they don't really have that much of an experience lead so far. They do have a lot of push, though. They're going to get these towers. They're going to have level 10 first for sure at this rate. But again, they're missing out on a lot of experience here. That Web Weaver could have gotten a lot more efficiency and experience for the team. The other Web Weavers make it through the towers. We see half a level lead here in favor of the red team. And yeah, they're just going to march on through and pick this final guy off. So far, we're really just waiting for Banner to get that Earthquake at level 10, and that's going to make a big difference for these games in general, because that's what we want to see. We want to see the sick Earthquake flanks and the sick Earthquake plays, because that heroic is so fun. Yes, Sundering is OP, but man, if you get to level 20 with Earthquake, that heroic just wins fights with all the shielding and control you get on the battlefield. It's so very fun. Next 15 going to go in here on the side of our red team. Oh, yeah, we got those in. Uther been poked down by Nova, and the grenade going to nudge him back to safety. Lunara with the additional movement speed trying to chase, slowing him down, but the Abahat with the shields and the self-heals. Uther is A-okay. We do see Zagara stepping all over the spiders and mines of Abathur, so all these creepy-crawly things hitting the creepy-crawly thing. And Thrall is just going ham, finds the medic. Lunar Flare to peel. Hammer of Justice does connect, but he is backed away. Abathur clone, level 10 is here. Those heroics, where is Earthquake? He got interrupted, I guess, so now it is ready. But he's not going to actually activate it. They're nowhere near able to engage on this until the enemy team does back away. The clone will end up expiring, dying in a fruitless effort to take out an enemy hero, and Banera just zoning for Greymane so Greymane can get back behind the wall. And Lod, thanks for the subscribe. 7-month sub hype. I really should deactivate those sound effects during Daily Quest, but that's the way we roll. Bug me for your wiggles later, bro. Alright, we do see Blue team is finally starting to get close to Eternal. They do have more than enough, I believe, 15 and 12 here on Lunara and Medic. So yes, they do have plentiful quantity in terms of the number of gems in their pockets. And Precision Strike used very early, trying to blow up Uther. Divine Hammer. Divine Storm, it's called. Oh man, I forgot that's the thing. Divine Storm! Earthquake to try to peel. He uses it in an escape situation. Not the ham status that I want to see, but better than dying. So the cooldown is not really all that long. It's only 1 minute for Earthquake, so really it'll be active and ready to go before you know it. Middle fort just got a sliver before it burns down and dissipates into the depths. And these little Abathur Locusts are a big part of that because he has not left this middle lane at all. He actually has moved a total of here to here in this replay, I think. That's some ground right there. That's almost like a full tile on this map. Like, whew, he is an active dude. He's got that workout status on lockdown. Blue team does get their first web weavers, though, so they're going to have some nice push power coming their way. They're going to get a lot of experience from the towers, and if they take any forts, they could even take the experience lead rather easily due to that. We do see the Thornwood Vine going out, not doing much damage. Tyrande picked off here in the top lane, and our Thorough Girl has that Earthquake ready. So we could see some big flanks, some big plays happen if we do see Thrall going for it. Nova gonna skirt away. She had some skirt steak for breakfast, and she is very capable of doing that. These wolves are being whiffed pretty frequently. You got to be like a little bit more reserved with those because that is your key engage. The wolf is like what it takes to really do the damage with Thrall. Divine Storm gets completely whiffed in a tragic situation, and the Webweaver Blast is actually the cherry on top that kills Uther. Banera has no choice but to try to stick around and push this Webweaver back. You can throw some lightning bolts out there, try to push that away. The Uther Ghost does expire. He'll be back up in 15 seconds. Some esports action going on so far. All right, well, we do see the zombie wall here trying to push the Zagara back. Just keep those minions from getting to this very low tower that is already out of ammunition. He's buying as much time as he can. And the turn-in potential is once again there for the blue side. They are not rich enough for a full turn-in, but they do have a... Oh, wait, it's backwards. Gosh. But they do have a fair bit that they could turn in towards their next Webweaver. 32 in so far for the red team. Gildan Cocktail for that stun out, but there's no mana here for Urgerhard, and he's gonna have to go back home, back to base. Nova with the defensive P-Strike. We've got the double Thralls coming out. Hammer of Justice buying time. Wolf number 1 doesn't connect. Wolf number 2 doesn't connect. The Wolf Pack is out of ammunition, and they just need to back away. Sure, Thrall's just gonna AFK when he sees Medic. There we go. Yes. He is back in there punching stuff, and he will end up expiring. How sad. But Abathur's made it to the top lane, so that's something new and exciting. He could be out here soaking, as he knows there's a huge fight going down bottom. So he could definitely, you know, afford to push out here because you're not in range to soak these minions when you're way back there. You see that? That's too far. Oh, the zoom. We did it. Production. All right, bottom lane, and we do see that Nazebo does go down. And Banera is just backing up, but they did get the turn in. So they lost a hero, not good. But they turned in enough gems for the Webweavers. It's going to give them a little bit of push. We see that there's some weak forts, and they can look to really pressure those. But Medic is caught out. Go for the throat use way preemptively, and then Divine Storm, clearly the most valuable heroic so far in this game, was used as well. Go for the throw. Obviously, you will always want to try to save it until there's those big swipe marks above your opponent's head so you can pick up that kill. That's the notification saying, hey, if you use this ability at this exact moment, your target will die. And if you do that, you get to cast it again, max value. Not only is the second cast good for doing more damage, but it will move Greymane and give you another mobility option. And that's, in some situations, that's almost more valuable than the actual kill that you picked up, because you can commit to a fight really deep with Go for the Throat, get that kill on the medic in the back line, and then use it off to the side, get away from their warrior, get away from their nearest stun or whatever it is on a different hero, and get yourself to safety. And you can make some really big plays by doing so. All right, well, Banner and friends have a full level lead, 14-15, doing pretty good so far. The Earthquake, he's got Grace of Air. This is when it's going to start to get scary. He's going to have 3 Wind Fury talents for 7, 13, and likely he'll pick it up at 16 as well to really be able to blow those targets up. When they're affected by the Earthquake, their mobility is reduced so much that Thrall and Greymane are just going to have a field day. It's going to be a playground out here for these 2 very hard-hitting melee assassins. There's, again, one of these big toxic nests going down here. I would like to see a little bit more aggressive placements, especially at this point in time, to see when their rotations are happening. Throw them back here. Throw one near the Knights once in a while to get eyes on there. It's not bad to have one down here by the Giants, who have been ignored almost the entire game, I think. Oh, sweet baby Nazebo. Are those shields going to come in time from Abathur? He's mashing the button. Does he get it off? Oh, no. It doesn't matter. They still got a 2-for-1. Nazebo with the most anticlimactic death of his life. But they took out Tyrande and Nova at the bare minimum. So that's something going for them, which is nice. Okay, these bottom Giants finally being contested here in the bottom lane. Red team, Abathur still way too afraid to ever push out. But the Mule is still getting some pretty decent value. We're seeing it heal up these forts. It healed up that middle fort from nothing to almost full, but the Weavers did prevail in pushing it down in that last turn. And the red team, they have not enough for a turn. I think they're 1 or 2 gems away from getting themselves a full turn. A nice grenade there from Medic, knocking Uther away, denying him that hammer of justice that he so deeply wanted. And we do see a raw clone coming out. Not really sure what this clone's going to accomplish. The team looked like they were actually disengaging because they were kind of in a weird spot, but Abathur just says, you know what? I just want to use clone. I don't approve of it, but Abathur does. Knight's going to be picked up here by the rest of the team, and Abathur is still in his own little base. He's actually eating some nachos, having a bowl of cereal with his nachos, and then dunking his nachos in his cereal. Just Abathur thinks, man, he's got to evolve somehow. You got to mix up your diet. Oh, the wisps are splitting and getting all of that vision, and the whole team just ignores it. Banner, kill the wisp, man. Don't just watch it tickle your leg as it wanders by like a cute little purring cat. It's vision. It's an enemy. I know it's adorable, but it's not a kitten. Kill it. I'm so disappointed right now. Can you feel my disappointment? Oh, Abathur still has this one spot on his map. He's actually AFK'd. He's left his screen like this, and he just kind of hits W. Oh, I don't want to hit W myself. Kind of hits W and lays down some mines. We're going to go to Thrall cam because we can do that. We're going to watch Banner kill a wall. He's going to throw his wolf out, get some nice lane clear on here on the top lane. Really showing these minions who's boss. Abathur still soaking safely in the back. There's a lot of cool places that Abathur could be sitting up here that would allow him to soak this, or in the bottom lane, which is completely vacant at this point in time. Oh, but the ping is coming out. Nova has been revealed. Banner sneaking up this little hallway, mounting up in a safe position, and going to engage with the rest of his team. We see the Ravenous Spirit being used, and he's coming around the side. Where's that Earthquake? There it is! Yeah! But Banner's getting blown up so fast, the Lunar Flare picks him off. Can the team capitalize? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, this is tragic. Oh. Oh no, the Earthquake was so good too. I was so hopeful. The heals, they just weren't there, man. I think Uther was already dead, and it was just too late. It was just too late. But the flank was true. It was almost beautiful. The potential, we saw it there. The mine nest has been evaporated. I I don't know what killed it. Probably just somebody wandering over it, but it didn't get a kill. And yeah, we're on blue team cam now, so we don't actually know where the red team is. We've gone down to just the single hero vision, which means his entire team's vision. But Thrall is back alive. Back to Thrall cam. How do I do it? No! Oh, the Uther heals! Glad we didn't go back to Thrall cam. Uther gets in there with the clutch heal, but the P strike is going to force the retreat. We're going to hit E, and then we're going to hit O. E, O, O, O. Yes! Thrall cam active. Web Weaver's coming for the red team. So, Thrall's just going to try to push this lane out again. We see Banera just getting his farm on. Level 1, he did not go for Seasoned Marksman. I wanted to say Giant Killer. I'm like, that is so wrong. That is so wrong, Jake. What are you saying? Seasoned Marksman is the talent. And Banera is being left uncontested to blow up these guys. Now, Abathur needs to be careful. Those big blasts could kill him. Yes, he's going to back away. And Banera's really just chunking through this guy like he's nothing. The rest of the team doing a good job defending this. The Ravenous Spirit at the wall is very susceptible to things like Lunar Flare and Maw. Or Lunar Flare and Maw at the same time. Inefficient, but, you know, they stop the Ravenous. That's what matters. Divine! Nice. Web Weaver's just going to push down this top lane. Bottom lane is dead. Banera is up here defending. Earthquake flanks don't really work that well unless you've got them supports. And Nazebo gets picked off by the Nova as well. Damn. Oh, Stim Drone going out. The clone, the go for the throat. Again, being whiffed there by Greymane. And Greymane ends up falling. Banera the only one with any reserve on his team. Everyone else just wants to go ham and go home. But Banera's playing pretty safe. He's making the right calls. He's keeping his bottom lane from taking too much damage. The rest of the red team's gonna get this top keep. There's almost no chance they can defend it. And you just have to cut your losses in these situations. If Banera just kind of sat around trying to defend that top lane, it would be a fruitless effort. He probably would end up dying, and this bottom lane would get pushed out as well. So he's making the right call here. The keep does go down. Not the best, but that's, you know, he's making the best out of a bad situation. This could be a full turn-in. If he gets it, he's sneaking it out. The red team, where are they? We see eyes on here. Those mines, for once, getting some value. And Banera does get a turn-in, so they can try to make something happen with this. The mule has healed this up, probably all the way. No, they've been slacking with their mules. That should be full health at this point in time, but we do see the left team, which is blue at this moment, even though at the top they're blue, but on the visual we're watching, these guys are blue. Gosh, that is confusing, Blizzard. Please help. Send reinforcements. Uther, just kind of sparkling, looking all fiery, because he grabbed... What talent is that? Oh, God. Holy Fire is terrible. That's not a real talent. What is this build? Don't do this build, guys. Do me a favor. I'm gonna like do a Wonky Wednesday specifically where you play this build. Like, remind me to do it and screen cap this Uther's build, and I'll set the date. Okay. Web Weavers making their way down here to the bottom. They should be able to push this down as they're being uncontested for quite a while, pushing down top as well, and the rest of the team here is in mid. Abathur is still being way too reserved. He needs to be soaking those lanes. When you play that hero, you're a body down for your team, but the advantage is that you can soak across the map and still have, you know, an effect elsewhere. Uther with the Hammer of Justice. Divine Shield, Storm. Yes, he does it. He gets the kill with Divine Storm. Oh my goodness, Greymane and Earthquake going in. 37 gems will be lost. And just like that, the red team is in a dominating position. The Web Weaver does expire in the bottom lane, but they can really pressure this middle keep. 3 kills, 50-second timer, and they could even look to potentially end the game if they're feeling bold enough. Tyrande just trying to defend the top. We do see they have catapults here, but their keep did take a bit of damage in its own. Still another 30-plus seconds. The keep has gone down. They're working on this tower. Do they back up or do they go ham? They're pinging. Banera wants blood. They find Zagara, but no. Bolt of the Storm is used. Swapping targets back to the core. Uther has no idea where he is. His little flames aren't helping him now, and he goes down. But the Goose of Uther gonna come in with those fat heals. Maul buying some time for the core, but the shields have fallen 97%. Banner backing away. Gustav Uther expires. Greymane going in, backing away. As soon as Lunafer comes out, good restraint. And oh, they're backing off. They've done some damage. 82%, but there is 80%. There is Mule. Okay, spiders. Oh my, the mounts are active, and the wolves and the zebras are. These are like opposite. Like this wolf should be on Thrall. This ugly Nazebra should be on Nazebo. This is an arrow saying go back to base. Thanks for the directions, Abathur. I'm surprised no one's ever drawn. Oh my god. Alright, Abathur, you win this one. You win this time. That was beautiful. The odd placement, the arrow. Nova was following the arrow, just trying to go to the enemy team's base. She's like, oh, there's this arrow here. I gotta follow it. And she just walked through the entire nest. Who is this Abathur? Is he some kind of god? Probably not. But that was funny. And I like it. Oh, right. The knights got picked up. Oh. Those catapults pushing out. Uther gonna go Divine Storm this whole wave of minions? Nope, not today. Gilmain Cocktail getting that value. We see the fire does help Uther with lane clear. He's one of the lesser supports when it comes to lane clear. This time our Abathur drew us a gun. You can see this is like one of those two-handle guns. This is where the trigger would go right here, the back handle, and then your other hand would rest on this part, and this is the barrel extending forward. If you can't see it, then you just don't have an imagination. That's really all that means. Okay, catapults and bruisers in the mid being cleaned up by the red side. Greymane and co. currently collecting. We have Banera really pushing out this lane. So the whole team working together to make sure this top lane is pushed out, as those catapults are indeed a threat to them, but they need to be worried about the turn-in. Now they do have some vision here for the turn-in, but in the bottom lane they have no vision at all. And this is, again, one of those things Abathur should just sacrifice one of these nests in that bottom lane to just get some eyes on, because they've got a fair number of gems that could very easily be turning in. They don't even seem to realize how safely they could be turning into this bottom turn-in. They're just so focused on the top part of the map. The Sentinel revealing Nazebo's location. They got to have a decent idea at this point in time, so maybe they will be turning in. We'll have to watch this account. But we see Thrall getting those 7. Does his friends have enough? I don't think so. No, not quite. Yep, 20, 41. Suddenly, you know, just got in there free of charge, no expenses whatsoever. And Divine Storm being used. I don't even think it connected. He didn't get Divine Storms. No, he didn't get the upgrade at level 20. If you get Divine Storm, you've got to get the upgrade at level 20. Like, Redemption is just, it's not ham enough. Gutter Storm. Yeah, man. All right. 3. We need 9 more. I mathed it. Just for you guys. What? Falstad taste? I don't know what he's saying. I don't know that word. Falsch. New words have been learned by Jake, except not learned because I don't know what it means. 9 coins needed still here on this team, but Thrall he does have what the doctor ordered. Banner, and those pronunciations Thrall, don't criticize me, right? Thrall gonna try to get this turn in. Oh, but just a moment too late for that Zagara, not getting the disruption of the turn in. And now the red team, who has already been playing incredibly passively, is very much on the backside. Alright, so in these kind of situations, I'd like to see Thrall like hide in a spot like this and look for the sickest earthquake ever. I don't know if we're gonna get it though, because it's a risky thing to do. I just want to see esports. But that's a mega risk. And mega risks aren't necessarily esports. Alright. The flank can happen. Banner? Yes. He's going around the side. Is this team coming? Just a raw wolf to check. Oh, but Uther shows. We need that earthquake and we need it now. He's going in. When does it be cast? Not yet. Law's been used. Banner's taking a ton of damage and he's just going to get blown up. Oh, no. So unfortunate. Ravenous Spirit on the backside was killing Nova, but decided not to and switches to Nazebo. And the Ravenous will expire. Uther getting that final heal off to sustain through Lunara and all of her deeps. We do see this guy up here. Where is Mule? You forgot you had this ability this entire game. You used it like once. Medic, no! Your keep could live a long, happy life, but now it's at a big risk here in the top lane. We see multiple members, the few remaining that are going back, are saying heal and take boss. So we're going to have a bit of a window in which they are in favor. This bottom web, we were doing a lot of damage as well. Once again, too cool for Mule, says this medic. She's like, I just got that talent because it looks nice. I just want that icon when I hit tab to look really good. But I'm never going to press 1. Actually, I removed that key from my keyboard. I'm just that cool. No, Mule. Medic. Drop the Mule. Medic. What? She used it! On the core! Why? Keep your keeps alive, girl. The core had like 80% health left. Girl? I don't know. I don't get it. Okay, well, we do see these guys were picked up. The Spider Bros. Banner going to start working on this siege camp here in the bottom lane. Throwing out a wolf. My killing spree has expired. Nice. And yeah, we're going to see these giants picked up here in the bottom lane. It's going to kind of put this in fast forward as the teams are just kind of skirting around the edges of each other. We're 28 minutes into this game somehow. Oh, and the Thrall's going in. Earthquake's still available. The Lunar Flare connecting over the wall. The snipe from Nova, but the heals come out from Uther. They successfully steal the Bruiser camp, which is good. But we're seeing some very, very hesitant Earthquake play. Now, Earth and Shields is definitely a playmaker. This could be a death push. They're looking to knock on the door of the red team. Abathur could be keeping this top lane from having catapults constantly. You know, keep it kind of pushed away, but he doesn't like that idea. The rest of the team likes the idea of pushing on in. They've got those knights on the core. We do see a lot of damage being taken there onto Nazebo. The heals need to come from Uther. He's just going to pop Ravenous and die. But we do see the beautiful Earthquake locking them down. The shields are really paying off. This nice Hammer of Justice coming out from Uther, but not quite enough. The shields pulsating. The core is getting burned down. And Banner and friends win the game. Damn. There were some esports in that game. And then there were some C sports in that game. The power of Earthquake, you saw at the level 20, those shields just keeping the team nice and happy. So very healthy. It's like they just got a new insurance plan and the government's paying for all of it. It's like, oh, the dream. Actual insurance paid by the government, like... Yeah. No, that's never going to happen, guys. This is America. Insurance isn't free. Insurance isn't free. All right. How do you send in community replays? You submit them to solidjakegg@gmail.com. Oh, man. How nifty is that? We do have one more replay, and it wouldn't load when I wanted to start with this other replay, and it simply wouldn't load for me. So I'm going to try it again. We'll see what it does. It just, like, said, this replay was played on a different patch. It's like, yeah, but so is the other one we just watched. Deal with it, game. Yeah, this version of Heroes of the Storm required to play this game is not available. I watched this replay this morning to make sure it worked. Hold on. Bear with me. Esportsing. I'm going to make a new folder. And then I'm going to actually go into the game and try to launch it. That's the other way to do it. Sometimes I can just load the file from my email directly. We'll just say Thrall Girl. Of course, there's only U's when you type Thrall Girl, and there's 2 L's on both Thrall and Girl when you type it that way. That's the proper spelling. Blizzard made errors when they created the character. Someday they'll fix it. Someday they'll fix it. So now we're going to relaunch Heroes, and then we're going to try to load this other replay from within the client. We'll see if it remembers our audio settings. That's a good question. I don't know if it'll do that. Oh, hi, Li Ming. Then we're going to watch, and then we're going to go to the Third Girl folder, and then load on a different version of the game. I'm so tense. It's just blackness. Darkness. Yes! I knew we could do it. I knew we could do it, guys. Of course, Tunnel Heroes is in like an hour-ish. And, Tiana, it is your replay. But you're not playing Thrall. Your friend is. But it's still hype. You guys are lucky, says Mao. I couldn't see what the opponent took. The BW.
Alright, I'm giving you. Looks like that
Half the players are gonna leave. Because Box was blocking. K the back. K he back. Ah, yes.
No quarter.
The chat. Zagboit. I love typos. I can only imagine what it'd be like reading my own things. It would sound like slush. Lag. Alright. Sparty X. I think this is actually a Hero League game. So this is next level, boys. Now we're getting esports. Crisp with those crispy escapes, dodging that Gildane cocktail with just 2 pixels between him and the Gildane cocktail connection. We see Zagara, Tiana getting this creep spread on here in the bottom of the map. Let's just check these audio. It sounds loud to me. God, Blizzard, you make me so upset. Roughly good enough. That like sound effect like hurt my ears. All right. Oh, this. Oh, if those banelings had connected, Waulu would have been in some hurt. But he's okay right now. Oh, but of course, the Observer actual replay interface didn't remember what was happening. So, you know, I just look over at exploit and it's like, ah, yes, this replay is a different Observer client. For whatever reason, the replay system is so buggy in this game. All right, a lot of damage going off onto Greyman. They get the kill on Tychus. A nice early start for them. Zagara going to be able to bully. No, not. Sylvanas managed to pick up 4 out of 5 of those coins. She was thinking about turning in, but it's going to be Kel'Thas who got all 5 in the top, turning in first. We got the soak call being made. Sylvanas went mid, but well nice met. Peel here in the right side. Well met. Thank you for the host, Dunk Train. Welcome everyone to the daily quest. And then we have Tiana just pushing out this bottom lane right now. In the top side of the map, it's... You know, we've got this three members just soaking. They'll probably just continue rotating between top and mid. Pretty common to see people do that. And the turn-in was successful. 4 of those coins gone in from Sylvanas. Zagara a little bit too far forward, being rotated down the grenade, not really knocking him back in an optimal fashion. Tiana trying to juke. The Hydra is doing a lot of damage. The Haunting Wave going in, and that Hydra is really just chunking through the Tychus, and Tiana slips away. If you kill the Hydralisk as a team effort, it'll probably go a little bit better for your team. Grenade actually going to take out that creep tumor, so Tiana doesn't have any vision down there, but does have vision on these 2, knows that she's safe in this instant. Banelings just going down, you know, their own alleyway, not really looking to fight. They just want to be happy and roll, but of course their lives are very short and they just explode after a few seconds. Standard Baneling things. Imagine if that's how StarCraft worked. When you built a Baneling, they only lasted so long. That would be awful. That would be so awful. Alright, well, Zagara doing a lot of damage to Sylvanas here in the bot lane. Muradin starting to get his Merc on, collecting some coins here on the right side. And Grey Mizzle and friends going to control these 2 lanes. It is indeed a 4v3, but of course Muradin getting these coins is quite beneficial. He's jumping in with the Dwarf Toss. He's saving that Stormbolt to the last moment, and then he gets it off. Tiana should be dead here, but the creep spread... Oh, that movement speed coming through. Greyman got picked off here in the bot. Tiana is just invincible right now. But there is 2 gems total right now on the red team. Muradin cleaning up some of the creep. Again, just removing that vision as often as he can. And he can really just sustain through this damage, especially with this trait to get that healing when he's out of combat. Well has been tapped by Sylvanas once again, but Tiana needs to be wary of Muradin rotating down with that Stormbolt once again, like he has done multiple times at this point. Muradin going aggressively into the side. There really should be someone, ideally Thrall, murking in this game, right? We do see they've been controlling these coins pretty well here on the top side of the map, but Thrall can abandon this lane, and his allies can soak these lanes safely while you get some coins here, maybe back up to here once in a while. Not really crucial to get the Giants right now, but would be nice to see a little bit more presence here for these left pirate camps for for the coins that are available in this game. Oh, but we do have the rotation coming down. 2 coins there on Thrall. They're gonna find Muradin. Nope, they're not gonna check. Every time you pass down through here, you should always check. It's if you don't have eyes on someone like Muradin and he has coins, it's not a bad idea to swivel over for the extra half a second it takes to get vision. And Muradin's going to get those 4 in for free. 2 more needed here on the red team, but she is really low. Power slide will be enough, not even using it there. And they pick up the kill. Crisp looking with the rotation on the right side. Polymorph used there. So it is a disengage, but Peekaboo is revealing the location on just about everyone. Here on the blue team, except Kel'Thas, who's still hanging out in mid, actually in the watchtower of the enemy team, so they had eyes on him as well. Just those 2 coins are needed, and Tyka's going to get that turn in right here, right now, in the Blackheart booth. If you get the reference, then you're actually a god. Oh, the ballsy power slide that's going to turn Spardex into Sparkle Dust is not going to pay off that well. He's taking a butt ton of damage. Power slide just about ready, so we will actually live through this, and he is a-okay. Kel'Thas in the top lane, just going to be poking down Muradin the best he can, just getting that soak here in the top. Experience just about dead even, but of course this first turn in here for red will do a lot of damage. Not sure if there's any damage done to this wall at all. I don't think 3 cannonballs kills that. It's actually really close. Alright, Sylvanas way behind enemy lines, hit by the power slide. Does go down. That 3rd cannonball just barely enough for the kill. So yes, they did in fact get the kill. Shame on me for not knowing that. Worst commentator. And a juke in the Stormbolt here in mid. Super Mage. Still alive. Bolt. I guess probably could have got that kill. I think he had the potential to do that, but he doesn't know where the rotation is. Doesn't know how soon it's going to be coming. We have ETC collecting these 5 points here, but Muradin and Tychus did get the 5 from that top chest. Oh, nice root there with the polymorph having to be used immediately onto Thrall, but he backs away after the power slide comes out. If Thrall stayed in there, I think they could have burned down Tychus and then had a rotation, but Kel'Thas doesn't really seem to have any interest in coming down to the team. He just wants to keep soaking. If there is an experienced lead on the blue team and they haven't turned in their first turn-in of the game yet, so that is a nice win for them. Thrall with the chase, going really far forward with that Wind Fury and just doing some light pressure and throwing out a Chain Lightning on the 2 of them, just buying the space they need for this first turn-in. First turn-in will in fact remove the top or the middle fort and then do a good chunk of damage to this top fort. At least the walls should go down, and then they will have level 10 after just a few cannonballs. Poly being used to disengage with ETC here on the right side. Peekaboo once again just giving them all the vision that they would ever desire and having to just be able to safely back up. Not willing to risk going for those giants on the right side just yet. We have the rotation up here. Kel'Thas grabbing the watchtower, level 10 just around the corner. 1 more cannonball will give them that, and they can look for an initiation with this. Thrall should be picking up Earthquake. That's what we're looking for. Oh my goodness, we're on the default client, so we can't even pull up the talents at the bottom of the screen. This is truly esports, and yes, Earthquake has been picked up. So we're going to see the Thrall Earthquake style being buzzed out here. Mosh Pit not trying to, they try to get the phase shift in from Brightwing to get the heals there for Sylvanas, but she goes down. Polymorph not going to be enough to save Brightwing this time. All of that damage from Kel'Thas and ETC. Oh, not enough actually. Brightwing is just too slick and too juicy. Okay, Tychus trying to collect these coins, but is it worth the risk? There's Kodo beasts everywhere and even a pleb horse. Everyone is playing in style today. The plebis mounts in the 7 seas, and Kel'Thas with the G-Labs going in, and that is an esports kill. Living Bomb will finish it off. Balanced Thas always going to be able to pick up those kills, especially when he's in situations like that, and 6 coins going in on the blue team. Zagara Merkin here on the left side, she's going to be sitting on 3 coins. They still need 3 more total before they have enough for another turn-in. Back-to-back would be rather big for them. We can see this fort is now exposed. The turn-in would clearly blow that up. And Thrall looking to invade the Merc camp. No, he's just checking. He's just checking. I was going to say, that is a risky play to do at this point in the game where you're completely even with your opponents. Walking through the enemy's tower, also a risky path here, and Thrall could die for this. Earthquake isn't ready. Does he just throw it? Yeah. So generally speaking, like traveling... Oh, that is the wrong button. I went back 10 seconds. Traveling through the enemy team's... bridges and stuff like this, like pathing like that, it's just way too risky unless you know exactly where they are. You really shouldn't be doing that, because you saw how handily he died. That was cute attempt to save him there from Medic. But this Hero League game, you know, some blunders, but overall, pretty good. We do see these camps being picked up. This is now 5 coins out of the 6 that are needed here on the blue side. I believe they don't have anything else yet. Just the 5 in Zagara. And Kael'thas gets picked up here on the top. So again, he also overstayed his welcome. When they're rotating around, you need to not go across the map. But they're picking up the boss. They could easily assume this is happening, but they have no vision of this, right? Oh. No, they don't. They have no vision of this on their side. I hit the wrong button. I was like, wait, how can they see that? But they're rotating up. Now, again, they're stopping for this watchtower. Medic's a little bit behind. The boss is picked up. They back away. That's a good call. If you know you can't contest the boss, just get out of there. Just back on up. And now they can do their best to defend this. They do at least have this camp here in the bottom. They're only 1 coin away from having a turn-in. And they don't have that coin yet. But if they let this boss do much damage, it's really just unfavorable in every way. What the red team is doing, it says blue now, that's going to drive me nuts. But what the right side team is doing is they're just making sure the boss does maximum damage. This Odin being used in the backside, it is a pretty long cooldown to use just to push with and poke with. But that's kind of the state of Tychus as a hero in the game in general, why we don't see him all that much. Thrall goes in with a wolf, does not connect, but the Earthquake is there. Kael'thas in the mosh pit. Even Maw going down. They're picking up Murden in the front line. They could have gone for a more squishy target on the back, but the Living Bomb going to explode. Brightwing dies almost in an instant. ETC being traded out 2 for 1, but the medic heals are sufficient. Zagara with all these minions poking away. Kael'thas going in and he picks off Tychus. Gilman Cocktail not enough to kill them here, and Gianna doesn't have any kind of mobility. There's no bolt for quite a long time in this game, so not going to be able to pick off the other 2 heroes. Oh, just kidding. Sylvanas will end up dying. She got chased down here by Thrall. Oh! Come on, just do it. Just do it. Yes. And a nice kill. 6 coins, the lifeline here. All of the money, the actual life savings of this team are on Thrall. And they're going for an aggressive camp to just secure themselves an even stronger lead. They know enemy heroes are just now respawning. They're safe to do this, and I like the medevac play. The mobility to move themselves across the map. Crap. All right, they're here in the bottom. Oh, and my goodness, and Greymane, the wolf completely whiffs. He actually uses his E to launch forward using Darkfly onto that giant, and his team abandons him. The worst communication. NA. They're chasing Murden and leaving Thrall to die. That was, yeah, he's angry. For good reason. That was actually really, really. Don't chase Murden 1, and like, don't leave your friend to die, man. If you're in a zombie apocalypse, and like you see there's 2 zombies that attack you, and one zombie's definitely going to kill your ally, your buddy, and the other zombie might get away because he's a fleeing zombie. Like, you know, this is a new type of zombie. All right, you don't chase the one that's running. You save your buddy. That's how it works, man. You save your buddy. But not today. In this zombie apocalypse, you just let your friend die. More loot for you, right? Oh, the zoning here, those 7 coins being held, 9 here still in their pockets. They do get the successful turn-in, and this top fort will finally end up collapsing. This will make the structures pretty even overall. Actually, they might get both forts here. These coins are still delectably warm by the fire. You can see they're just glistening by the flames. Hopefully they don't leave them too long because they might end up melting if they're just neglected for too long. Bottom fort now being sieged up will end up falling, and we're going to have bruisers here in the bottom lane. Nearly enough coins available here on the blue team for a back-to-back turn-in, and they do have a huge experience lead, especially as this bottom fort goes down. They're basically level 16. They can look to press their advantage. Chiana's going back to base to get mana, and he's going to be gone for a little while. This means blue team can't get overconfident. They don't have 16. They need to get 16, and they don't have Zagara. So they're already taking a huge risk right now. You can see the aggressive play. They're coming back from this side. They're trying to get their own turn, and they only need the 4. The Phoenix goes out, but it's not hitting the right target. Chiana with the connection. All right, we're going to have to see Maw to survive here. Maw needs to go down right now. No, Chiana is going to end up falling, getting picked off just too late with that Maw. Odin being used in the backside. They can capitalize. ETC going forward with the mosh pit and the earthquake follow-up, and that is 2 juicy deaths. Sylvanas will get hit by the G-Labs at the end of that mosh pit, and that is a 3 for nothing, picking up all of the coins. Red team has lost Every dollar they saved up, the piggy bank has been shattered. And we're going to see enough for a full turn-in, depending on which 3 decide to go. It doesn't matter as long as 3 turn in, and ETC is part of that 3. They will get a successful 14. Knights being cleaned up here in the bottom. They've already done some nice poking away and pretty much depleted all the ammunition in bottom. And we do see... Oh, yeah, I mean, as well just get these camps. Yes, you could try to do something cheeky down here in bottom, but it's an unnecessary risk. Getting the coins safely is a much safer option. Did they really not? Somebody canceled the turn-in? That's impressive. That's next level. That's math. That's better than caster math. Get out! Yeah, they are backing up. They pick up the 1 giant. Oh, medic is real scared. That's the sound he's making. Yes! This game is so full of esports. The cow gets left behind, but he doesn't care. He's a cow. And many more coins will be picked up here. The cannons sieging up mid keep will end up falling here. First keep down this game, so a nice lead on the blue team. They're learning. They pick up their coins. Tiana, see you. You got that heads up. You're not going to let your team forget the coins again. All right, well, we do see the rotation up to the turn-in. Once again, Tiana with 2-6 here, 2 here. That's like 10. Not enough for a turn-in. But the G-Laps combo coming up from Kel'Thas. That balance damage doing so much to Brightwing, but not enough for a kill as there wasn't a real follow-up. All 12 coins will go in here on the blue team except for Tiana, who's just going to put the creep tumors down here instead. And they're rotating up. A lot of damage going down to Muradin, but they need to swap their focus to something like Odin. Earthquake put in the perfect position, giving this team so much control. ETC can just laugh around. The Maw comes out late, but it does zone out the 1 hero, and that Mosh controlling so much space as well. This is team control center. Even when that all expires, the Mosh Pit did get a bit of value power slide going in, not quite enough. Odin is all by himself, and the G-Laps will end up connecting, throwing down those living bombs, and he is just a living dead tank. I said living and dead for a reason. Oh, but just the tip of the Phoenix. I mean, that burning sensation, it's just enough to eliminate anything in its path. All right, well, we do have a chest here in the bottom, chest here on the top, both going to the blue team. They only need 6 more coins to turn in. They're going to have all the bounty they need for a successful turn in, and they'll be sitting on a nice position here. Earthquake has really given the teams a lot of control. Now, it doesn't have the same effect as Sundering, where Sundering just really initiates beautifully, but it allows your other heroics to have a lot of consistency when it comes to just controlling the fights and setting up the big plays. So we see the successful turn-in. They didn't start... Okay, they are going to do the boss. For some reason, I was thinking first thing they had to start the boss before the turn-in. This is a collection map. Those rules don't exist for all collection maps because there's no boss that marches, right? Esports. All right, Thrall in the front. Crisp, does he have that crispy Sundering? There it is, going down. ETC in the backside. Sundering's going to pulse again, really slowing down. Brightwing can get out of there, but it's going to be a dead Greymane. He is just left for the Wolves. Top keep. Going to take a fair bit of damage, but not quite dead yet. 1 hero advantage to the blue team, and they can look to press that advantage. They almost have level 20, getting a kill. Muradin could be that target. Does not have Dwarf Toss available. The Wailing goes out to buy some time with Polly and Kel'Thas. But Kel'Thas does not care. He just walks in, gets Storm Bolted. His team leaves. Arcane Barrier down, and Medic will be able to heal him. Arcane Barrier also a very balanced ability in this game. And Kel'Thas is fine. Brightwing with the blink heal to safety. We see that shield, the pixie dust being used on Muradin, and they're just going to steal this camp. Medevac should be available at this point in time, and it totally is. So they can just do this. They can Medevac down to the turn-in. That's exactly what they're going to do. Medic here, troll. Just turn it. Your team's pinging boss. Like, nah, man, we gotta get these knights. These knights are nice. And yeah, so red team has 1 coin. We've got 11 coins. They could collect all these coins down here afterwards, and then just keep pressing their advantage. These guys, they can just send 1 hero to this camp. They have the watchtower, so it's safe to do that. When you don't have enough coins, you just want to look at the map and say, where can we get coins? And you want to maximize that advantage to the best of your ability. So we see they're checking the boss. They're too afraid. The knights are now going to scoop them. All right, let's medevac in. Medevac's ready. Just came off cooldown. Mao is not feeling it, though. Walk, go. Medic wants that. They haven't even started yet, but they have the watchtower, so now they're just passing through the watchtower casually. And it's a full-on retreat. G-Lamps being whiffed. Gilney and Cocktail just poking a little bit. Chiana looking for that flank, but the red team has disengaged. See a lot of skill shots not connecting, but the Stormbolt does, followed by the Poly and the Wailing. But Arcane Barrier, once again, is just about as balanced as it gets. Kael'thas is invincible with the medic kills afterwards. Crisp needs the heals. Does the medic switch targets? Yes, he does. Muradin will end up falling. His team just not there to back him up. The Brightwing heals really lacking when it comes to those kind of fights where you have one hero on the front line just taking a boatload of damage. Kael'thas is just, he doesn't have Arcane Barrier, so this time he's not willing to just go complete ham. He's going to back away after he saw that, you know, hey, you know what, I would probably die this time, you know. Level 20, though, is there here for the team. So we've got Tour Boss ETC can now throw out the worst mosh pit in the world and then reset it up and get the best mosh pit in the world. We've got Caduceus Reactor 2.0. Now we've got the Esports Mana Regen and the Shield Absorption stacked up to 5 times. Nexus Blades on Thrall. He's going full ham when that Earthquake is on the ground. And the double bolt here. Kael'thas Cigar have that mobility. Super Mage says, I'd rather stay with the boss. You know, at least he's polite about it. Just at least he's reasonable. You know, this is Hero League, and everyone's friends. Everyone's friends, except Kael'thas. Kael'thas hates everything. He just hates everything. Sorry for the children at home, my friends. It's my churl language filter got disabled by the replay client. It also changed my sound effects. It changed my observer client setting, and it changed just about everything. It also changes so my mouse will do this if I touch the edge of the screen, and I don't like that when observing games. So, I'm sorry for the children. Turn-in successful here. The boss took out this top keep, and the bottom keep is gonna die. I think it will. We can see cannonball shadows flying through the sky like whimsical bat creatures. Medic is looking to solo a night camp. This is the first. And a quick retreat. Yes, the team is now here. This is how you know the support is good, when he just decides, I'm going to do what I want until a team comes and saves me from my own death. True esports action. Allies grabbing the 2 coins and the giants over here. These knights will be picked up, and this keep... Oh! How tragic. You just got to tickle it, and it'll fall down. It's like... There's one crumbling brick left in the left quadrant of this structure, and if you just nudge it, the whole building will fall down. Oh, ETC with that zone. The coin's going in, and we could see a death push out of this. 7 is enough, and that is a successful turn. And 1 cannonball will be spent on that bottom, and they can look for the push. Sundering, or we see the apocalypse, Earthquake being used. Spandex getting back. He's got those heals and shields with the power slide going to safety. And the big, again, Earthquake buying all this space. Maw is like easy mode when they're slowed that much. Muradin not going to get out of this one. The Chain Lightning picks up the kill, but 1 for 1. The trades on Kael'thas. Greymane going for, not able to get the kill, would go for the throat. He falls himself. ETC now at full health. Chiana getting chunked by that Odin, but the power slide is ready. Going forward. Where's the follow-up? He's buying a lot of time, but Polly putting him in a weird spot. Oh, GG. There's minions in the bottom lane. Ooh. Thrall Earthquake. Can really set up your other heroics well. Doesn't have the same kind of magical initiation that Sundering has, but there's definitely some cool implications to be used with that ability. We saw it used primarily defensively in the 2 games today, but definitely an interesting heroic that I would like to see used in competitive in some situations. Is it better than Sundering? No. Is it a cool heroic that could set up big plays with other heroic synergies, cool wombos? Definitely. Is Sundering better in those situations too? Probably. I don't know what else to say about it, man. Sundering's really good, but Earthquake's really fun to watch. So thanks for the replay, guys. If you would like to submit replays for future episodes, you can send your replays to solidgeekgg@gmail.com. Next week, the challenge for Wonky Wednesday is for you guys to play the Li Ming teleport build, where you have to grab every single teleport talent on Li Ming and then put them to use in your build. The other talents where there aren't teleport talents at the tier. You can be flexible. You can grab whatever you think is best for your playstyle. Like I think level 4 doesn't have one. I think there's like when you get a kill, you get like a quarter of your health back, and that's really fun with it. It's a really fun style. Definitely not a prominent Lee style, I don't think, but it's definitely got some crazy aggressive potential. Like the few times I've seen people do it, it's really enjoyable to watch. So I'm excited to see what you guys can do with the teleport build. Tomorrow, I'm hoping to do an episode where I commentate pro Leeming builds. I'm trying to get replays from some of the top assassin players in the world and see what builds they're running. But it's really hard when the game's this young because everyone's like, I'm not confident in my Leeming yet. I don't want to send you replays, or they just say they haven't played her yet. I'm just like, don't lie to me. So I'm trying. If that doesn't happen, I'll need a backup plan. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's going to be pro replays tomorrow, that's for sure. And then Friday is EduCast. EduCast, I strictly just commentate random submitted replays, but I give a preference to Hero League and Team League. So when you submit your replays for EduCast, let me know your MMR. Let me know what the compositions are. If you remember the order of the draft in Hero League, please let me know that, because it gives a lot of other discussion points. I can talk about the way the drafting was and how you guys messed up in the draft, what could have gone a little bit better. Of course, Hero League isn't necessarily a 5-stack. Team League, that's much more applicable, so I will always preference for Team League games. And you can also submit replays from things like Chair League or other tournaments. If you played in the Heroes of the Storm qualifier and you want me to cast and give feedback on one of your matches from one of the official qualifiers, like the one we had this past weekend, I do implore you to send those replays in as well. And if you have the Stormcraft link, the Heroes Draft link, whatever it is, send those links over with it. That's going to do it for the Daily Quest number 46. We're actually starting the Town Hall Heroes pre-show in like 15 minutes. So the stream is going to go down for like 15 minutes, and then it's going to come back up with the Town Hall pre-show. Daily Quest will be back tomorrow, and I'll see you soon. Peace.